What's up guys, Tech Chef here. Welcome to another video, and today I'm going to talk about the Pebble Time. Let's get started. Pebble Time is the sequel to what was the world's first smartwatch, the first successful smartwatch. The original Pebble broke records in Kickstarter, but it wasn't perfect by all means. It looked cheap and had a monochrome display. An year later, Pebble went back to Kickstarter with the Pebble Time and it broke records again. The Pebble Time looks much better in hand than it looks in the pictures online. The Pebble Time looks to improve on the original Pebble in almost every area. The black and white display has now been replaced with a colored display, and it has been revamped with a new user interface. It has also been updated recently. It is very light and is also thinner and more comfortable to wear than the original Pebble. Also, it's a very low profile smartwatch compared to the competition, the Apple Watch and Android Wear alternatives. This is the type of smartwatch which you'll forget that you're wearing until it vibrates and reminds you it's there. It's a more curvy design this time around and feels much more comfortable on the wrist. It's got the same 1.25 inch screen like last time, but the thick bezels makes it look tiny. The display is colored this time. It's actually an always on e-ink paper display. There are the same 4 hardware buttons, 3 down on the right and 1 on the top left, made up of plastic. Now anyone who has used a smartwatch before knows the physical keys are much better to control the 1.25 inch small display rather than a touchscreen used in almost every other smartwatch. Below the 3 keys on the right lies the microphone for voice replies. The Pebble Time is unexpectedly water resistant up to 30 meters, and you don't have to worry about wearing it on a rainy day. Now the Pebble Time uses a standard 22mm watch band with a quick release mechanism, so you can swap any 22mm watch band you can find, which practically takes 10 seconds. The time uses Bluetooth to pair with your smartphone, and since it lacks Wi-Fi connectivity, you're going to need to be close to your smartphone at all times. However, even if you get disconnected, once you're back, it picks up the connection in no time, which is a very good thing. There's an onboard compass and a pedometer, but no heart rate sensor, since Pebble wasn't in the market as a fitness companion back then. If there was one spec the original Pebble lagged far behind in the competition, it was its monochrome display. It was chosen to conserve battery and was just about fine. For the Pebble Time, Pebble has finally decided to add in some color. But if you're expecting a traditional display like an AMOLED or LCD with a high pixel per inch, you'll be disappointed. Instead, Pebble sticks with a color e-paper display this time. This, in simple words, mean the display lacks sharpness and has less colors, but gives you a display that consumes very less power and is always on like a normal watch. In theory, Pebble Time display performs much better than an LCD in direct sunlight and also in normal daylight, but it suffers from poor viewing angles. The 2.5D glass covers the display, which gives a protection from accidental bumps and scratches. In my opinion, it's a fairly durable smartwatch. Pebble promised a 7-day battery life on the Time, and it's probably the feature that makes it better than other mainstream smartwatches which struggle to last a day. This is one of the reasons to choose the Pebble Time over its competition. However, it didn't last 7 days for me in my test period. The best I got was 5 days, and it's still way more than the competition. The Time charges very quickly with the proprietary charging cable provided in the box and takes around roughly an hour to get fully charged. The cable connects magnetically and is fairly easy to connect. It's not loose and it doesn't fall off. The Time has received the firmware 4.3 update. This firmware is built for speed. Press up for Pebble Health. Press select for the launcher with app glances. Press down for your personal timeline. Get information quickly, and it's faster than ever now. The music controls are a great smartwatch feature, and they're done well on the Pebble Time. You can play, pause, and switch tracks right from the watch fairly easily. Pebble has also removed the limit for the number of watch faces and apps you can add to it. All the old apps, more than 6,500 of them, will work on the new Pebble Time watches even if they're not in color. Apps are one area where the Apple Watch and Android Wear watches beat Pebble by a long way. But then, I'm not sure why you'd want to use those apps on a 1.25-inch screen where it's more time consuming. It's just easy to take out your phone and do what you want to do. With the latest firmware update, Pebble added Pebble Health to the Time, which adds native activity and sleep tracking. It's worth turning on especially for the sleep tracker, which is mostly very accurate. It adds automatic pins to your timeline for sleep and activity summaries once a day. You can also connect the Pebble Time to Google Fit or Apple Health for more detailed graphs. A nice addition is also the Alarms app on the Pebble, which you can set to wake you up at the time when you're not in deep sleep, and it works fairly well for me. However, you need to set a time period in it. Then of course you have notifications. Smartwatches and notifications have gone hand in hand since the original Pebble, and is one of the most basic features of the Time. It's the main reason for picking up a smartwatch, and the Time has its basics right. It's unarguably the best at it. The notifications work very well on Pebble. On Android, you can even filter the notifications from the app. However, in iOS, it pushes every notification through. It does not have a speaker, and it vibrates to inform you that you've got a notification, and it's a fairly strong vibration. You'll hear it even if it's kept aside on your desk or the side table. However, you can set up the intensity in the settings. So should you buy it in 2017? If you already have a Pebble watch or aspiring to cash in amazing deals that are going on, you may be wondering if your high-end timepiece will become a brick once Pebble's new owner FitBit shuts down Pebble servers. There's nothing to worry. Pebble announced app updates that will keep the watches working even when those servers go dark. Even the notifications and Pebble Health will work. However, the mic for replies will not work as it relies on servers. If Pebble's authentication server can't be reached, the mobile apps will let Pebble devices keep working. Also, users will be able to skip the login process completely, but the Pebble App Store won't be available, and the new apps can only be sideloaded. Meanwhile, there's already been support within the developer community to keep Pebble alive. It includes the formation of Rebel, an effort to continue and research of Pebble as a platform. So if you're getting a good deal and want to taste how a smartwatch works, and it's going to be your first smartwatch, I'll suggest you buy it. Also, this is going to be the last of its kind, and FitBit won't release new Pebble products, so the choice is yours. Will you be buying the Pebble? Leave your answers in the comments below, and if you like the video, press the thumbs up button share and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.